The chairman of Bonny local government area, Abinye Pepple, has declared an emergency on flood in the area, urging stakeholders to coalesce with the government to achieve a reprieve. Pepple made this declaration on Monday, 29, 2025, during a one-day emergency summit on flood and erosion management in Bonny, Rivers State. He stated that to achieve the objective of checkmating flooding and erosion in Bonny local government area, the input of relevant stakeholders is key, appealing for strategic synergy to solve the flooding issue in Bonny.
This local government, under our watch, we have declared emergency on the flood disaster in the local government. We can only survive this emergency through our collective commitment, through our concerted efforts, and through our collective support. I have confidence in the leadership of the committee and the participation of these stakeholders in this summit that this emergency will not consume this local government. I know that in the next few hours, the keynote speakers and other guests will help us to advise government on the approach, on the method, on this strategy to overcome this menace. I am convinced that this summit will bring the desired solution to address the emergency of flood disaster in Bonny local government.
He also expressed the determination of his administration to provide the necessary framework to address the issue, adding that the interest and well-being of the people of Bonny remains the cardinal focus of the government under his watch.
Any IOC, any individual, no matter how highly placed, if you are building against the master plan of the local government, we shall descend on you decisively without any iota of doubt. We have the will to exercise that powers, and we shall do that without any iota of mistake.
Giving an overview of the essence of the summit, Chairman of the Technical Committee on Flood and Erosion Management, Dr. Fubara Danjombo, said the purpose of the summit is to get rid of flooding in Bonny Island. He narrated the findings of his committee on the flooding situation in Bonny, lamenting that the international oil and gas companies have blocked most of the channels through which water evacuates, urging them to review the environmental friendliness of their facilities in Bonny.
We've taken statistics. Take a look at the new road area. There were conveys that cross across. Some of the government cross across that takes water from pipeline and cross across and take it through, if you know the park area, it goes behind Shell. And some of all those areas have been blocked.
How can someone run a road without remembering that there should be a drainage? In this 21st century, it is unimaginable.
On its part, the keynote speaker, Professor Owajiogak Ujile, stated that Bonny Island is a victim of global warming and climate change being experienced across the world, regretting, however, that the activities of individuals and companies have aggravated the menace which manifests in flooding and other disasters.
Put engineers in charge of works, not parks. Put engineers in charge of works. Because if they don't do their work well, Korea will seize their license, and those that are registered with it.
On his part, the head of operations at the National Emergency Management Agency, Port Harcourt Operations Office, Eric Ebodage, noted that the Bonny local government area chairman was the first to declare an emergency on flooding in the state, indicating the readiness of his agency to work with the government to address the issue of flooding.
So I'm so impressed and so happy that you deemed it necessary that your first action in this local government is to save your people. I hear when somebody say bring down house, people say, and they pay for a year now. Not be so. But what of somebody will go build house for where water for goes bad? Why would I not say when won't be that?
On her part, the Vice Chairman of the Technical Committee on Flood and Erosion Management, Alali Irima, gave insights into the problem of flooding and erosion in the local government area, outlining identified challenges and envisaged solutions, as well as areas of interventions from stakeholders.
When we were going to a product of government girls secondary school field packets, and there was culverts that were leaking water from this other zone through share, now renaissance. But as I speak to you, all the culverts have been blocked.
Various stakeholders and participants who spoke at the summit commended the chairman for being pragmatic about addressing the flooding debacle, expressing optimism in the capacity of the current government to exercise the political will needed to confront the menace. Residents of Bonny Island wait with bated breath on the next steps by the Bonny local government in furtherance of its commitment to ending the debacle.
With top-notch leadership under High Chief Peter Esievo, Evomec Global Services Limited remains your sure plug for excellent services, timely delivery, quality assurance, and customer satisfaction. Evomec, creating fresh impact.